and we won a contract that was over $1 million through LinkedIn. I didn't even have a website yet. It does pay off. It's super, super helpful. How many of you have a LinkedIn profile that's active, meaning you've logged into LinkedIn in the past 2 weeks? I understand. I was the same way in government contracting. I had created one because I thought, I probably will need this as I look for a job. Then the magical opportunity came to enter government contracting, so I really didn't pay it much attention. It wasn't until a few years ago that I went back into LinkedIn and I was like, wow, this is a whole new space. And sure enough, there are over 830 million users on LinkedIn, including the federal government contractors, people you can hire. You gotta be on LinkedIn. If you don't have a profile or it's inactive, this is the spot to be. As I started to really dig deeper into my profile, I was amazed at what I found. Opportunities being posted, small business reps in my DMs. It's really one of the places where GovCon winners blossomed. I picked up my very first 5-figure client through LinkedIn. I didn't even have a website yet. And the same thing applies to government contracting. So I'm gonna break it down for you. Many government contracting small business reps, maybe some contracting officers, different leaders, military members have profiles. So as you're pursuing opportunities or you're looking at the different small business websites, go to LinkedIn and you want to follow or connect and send them a message introducing yourself. They may not really check their account much, but the thing is about LinkedIn, you get an alert. And it's a little different than an Instagram or Facebook alert because you can easily brush those off. But LinkedIn, it's like, oh, this is business professional. Let's see who contacted me. So you're apt to really grab their attention. So it's a great way to follow up with them and just, hey, just hello, dear Miss Johnson. My name is such and such, and I'm with such and such, and I'm really interested in opportunities with your agency. I also have emailed you and called you. I just want to introduce myself to you on LinkedIn. It could be even shorter than that. But what's nice is they're now starting to get to know a little more about you and vice versa, especially if they're active on LinkedIn. So you can see if they're posting outreach events, if they are posting any type of opportunities, if they're posting any type of hot news. This is a great place to learn about it. Also, you want to follow the big bucket agencies, military agencies, federal agencies, small business administration. Follow all of them, not only for all the updates in the news and the outreach events, but because you're going to be able to conduct what I call the spider method. Often in this space, people wonder, who are these people? Who are the people who work for the government agencies, and who are these people involved in government contracting? And unless you're going to a ton of events, either in person or virtual, which can be very hard because you're working on your business. So then taking all this time to attend in-person events can be draining. I know it because I used to do it. I would drive not only from Melbourne, Florida to Orlando, which was an hour and a half. I'd drive to Jacksonville. I'd drive down to Miami. I would fly all over the United States. When I moved to Miami, I would drive 3-4 hours to Orlando. Exhausting, very exhausting. And while some things came out of it, it took a lot of time. And I'm not suggesting that overnight you're going to get $1 million contract because of LinkedIn. I am suggesting that the speed is much faster because you're able to connect and see faces and get information and use this spider method I'm going to talk to you about, opposed to driving and parking and getting to know and driving. And it's just way too much time over there. So to really understand and to gauge who all these people are, who all the players are, what you're going to do is you're going to start to look at who's following the page, who's following that government person. Who are these people? Because more than likely, the people who are following the agency, who are following the government people are either other people in the government or government contractors. So now you're really starting to find your crew, find your tribe, find your people, and start to follow and take note of them, especially if they post. If you notice that they're active, meaning they post once a week, comment on one of their posts. like one of their posts, because again, it's going to get their attention and it shows them, oh, there's something a little different about you. So the intent is to get them to know, like, and trust you. And one way to do that is through social media. That's why brands use influencers all the time, because they realize, oh my gosh, if I take someone with even 50,000 followers and I give them my product, people are going to go gangbusters and they're going to want to buy it because they know, like, and trust this influencer. No different than you. You don't have to have a ton of followers. You don't have to follow a ton of people. But what you do have to do is what most people don't. That's take action, and it pays off. So one of the small business reps with the Navy is active on LinkedIn. She would message me quite often about different opportunities and vice versa. I knew that she would respond to LinkedIn faster than email. So I would notify her of different contract wins, of different contract vehicle wins. And it really paid off because she really vouched for my flagship company. And we won a contract that was over $1 million. And I know she played a huge role in that because she was able to validate my company, validate me, just based off of what she knew of us. So it does pay off. It's super, super helpful. The other place LinkedIn really pays off, okay, is in locating partners, possible partners. Yes, there are different websites like Teaming Pro, BidSpeed. There are those that are out there, whether they're paid or free. You have Facebook groups. But what I like about LinkedIn is you can see all this information about the person. You get their name. You typically get a photo. You get to see where they went to school. You get to see like maybe where they work. And it gives you insight into the person or the company before you just jump in and say, oh, I want to partner with you. And it just really does that. And what's great is depending on your subscription level on LinkedIn, you can really drill down on city, on different category, on different like levels. If they're first connection, second connection, you can use all of their cool like options to locate these people. And it's a space where most people at least have a profile. Even if it's inactive, you're still gaining more information than you would from their website, or if you see their name on a list of vendors who attended an outreach event, right? So this is a really great way to do that. And then what you do is once you find the person is you then follow up and you contact them in the DMs through LinkedIn. And they may even list their phone number. They may list a different email. Call them, email, introduce yourself. Just remember, no different than the government. When you're reaching out, there's got to be a value add. There's got to be a purpose. So if you're reaching out to a firm to partner with them, it's about what value you bring. And it's not, oh, I just want to partner with you to win a contract. Okay. What is that value add that you bring? There's something that you bring. It could be your set aside that they don't have. It could be an expertise, right? It could be experience. It could be a connection you have. It could be that you're located in a city that you think is highly desirable that they maybe have work in. Who knows? But what's great is within LinkedIn, you can do all of this type of research to learn about these different companies. And then what you can also do is look to see who works at these companies. So then not only do you see the company, but you can see what kind of people work there. Is there diversity? Do people, seem to be happy? Are the people who are connected to that company, are they active on LinkedIn? How are they presenting themselves on LinkedIn? Because when it comes to partnering, people in this space like rush out, like, I gotta find a partner. How's your partner? It's like, whoa, y'all, you gotta slow it down. Because when you partner with a company, it's very similar to getting married. So there are times where you may rush into getting married. I've been there, done that. You want to take your time because we're talking about money, y'all. We're talking about money. So you want to learn as much as possible about these companies. Trust me, leverage LinkedIn. It's a great place for you. Another thing you should do on LinkedIn, if you really want to get those contracts, is you stand out. You post a few times a week. You post a video. You post a comment. You post on other people's pages because most people don't. LinkedIn and TikTok are the two platforms where you can blow up overnight via organic reach. It's not going to last forever. And so, for instance, there's a gentleman who trained for my flagship company. He's somebody that I met back when he was in still active duty military. He's a fantastic trainer, dynamic person. I mean, he even has a TikTok account. I think his TikTok, he almost has like 100,000 followers. And he would post these videos and his sayings and clips of him training, like all basic stuff that you can do on your phone, nothing fancy. And he's started to turn into lead generation. And he's in the government contracting space. So it expanded where state, local government, they're on LinkedIn too, would reach out. People from universities would reach out. Corporations would reach out. Because the other thing you have to think about is if you're on LinkedIn, you're a professional and you have money, you have some type of income, or you have some type of budget. There's this money element that's different from TikTok and from Facebook. So you have people on there who are also lurking. There's over 800 million people there. Just because they don't post doesn't mean they're not looking. Because the thing about social media, it's a distractor. We're scrolling to be distracted. So if you're posting, it's going to be like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Oh, I'm not really familiar with them. Oh, they provide IT services. Okay, that's cool. I may check them out. It's an untapped opportunity. And the next huge benefit that will help you with winning profitable government contracts using LinkedIn for intel. So hear me out. So with some opportunities, they may mention an incumbent, or you may find out that there's an incumbent. And chances are it's probably a company you've never heard of before. It just happens. I mean, it just is what it is. So you do a little research. Maybe you find their website. Okay, that's great. But you need to know more. Perhaps that opportunity has a requirement for resumes or for one key personnel. And instead of you rushing out to place job openings to get resumes to fill the position, you recall there's an incumbent. So chances are these positions are filled. So you can go to LinkedIn to see if those full-time equivalents have profiles on LinkedIn using the labor category from the statement of work. So then you get an idea. Okay, they have the statement of work requires a project manager, and you may search company XYZ. You go on there and you can see all of the employees connected to that company. And then you drill and it's like, oh, Sandra, project manager. Okay, city that aligns with the statement of work. Okay, that must be her. And what you can do is reach out to her, ask her for her resume, ask if she would join your team being be a part of your proposal, if she would give her permission to be included. So it's a prime space for intel. In addition to that, you can peruse any kind of job openings. One thing that I always do is I'll look for firms who are posting positions from different opportunities that include an FTEs. Like I'll look for it through Google, and I'll look also on LinkedIn so I can see who is my competition, right? That's the other great thing, because as you're bidding on opportunities, what you're looking to do is kind of create your own ocean so you don't have this competition. You're increasing your win rate by not only going after work that really aligns with what you do, but also you want to have as much information as possible so you can make an informed decision. And the greatest thing about LinkedIn is it gives you so much information out there. There's a ton of information. So especially when it comes to your competition, looking at an incumbent or looking at those who may be bidding on an opportunity, you can learn so much information. And especially, there's a bonus strategy from yours truly, Dr. Pod. Definitely contact the people who used to work there, because a person who used to work at the company is going to be more apt to give you the real tea. And you can contact them and just ask them. There's no reason you can't. And they may even be so bold to give you pricing information. Same thing with incumbents. They may say, yeah, Sandra may say, I'm part of that, the project manager, I'm making $85,000 a year. And you're like, oh, okay, that's great. Tell me about, what you do there and how's it going? And so now you already know, okay, if she's making $85,000, they're probably charging almost double. And so now you have all this additional information that ordinarily you wouldn't have, right? Because our guard is down when it comes to LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, because it's a professional site, that wall is way lower. So people are more apt to reach out. So definitely definitely all my amazing GovCon winners, check out LinkedIn. Get active in LinkedIn. And no, you do not need to buy an advanced account with LinkedIn. What's really important is that you're just active in there. Another tip is you want to check out the different vendors or different companies or organizations that are centered around government contracting. And through that spidering method, you'll find them. And the reason I bring this up is because often these are the people that will share late breaking news, updates, events. And I've noticed many of the events that are in person that may be in DC, but hey, if you're open to it, travel to DC. It's part of being a business owner is you have to invest in yourself and your business. And one of the biggest ways to grow government contracting is through networking. My flagship company, most of the contracts I had won were through relationships. It wasn't through just bidding, not at all. Everyone's different. There's a woman that I mentor right now, and she's won so many through bidding. There's a friend of mine, who's David, who's won a ton of contracts through bidding. But what's great is the networking adds this additional layer so that you have opportunities through networking, opportunities through bidding. And LinkedIn provides that amazing place to make it all happen. So also follow these different government contracting kind of thought leaders. Feel free to follow me. I'm on LinkedIn. It's like Kizzy Lightbulb M Parks. You'll see it. I have super blonde hair in there. But I would love to hear from you. So definitely comment below your thoughts on LinkedIn. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification button. Y'all don't forget, everything is possible.